Rowdy Owen Roddy, the head striking coach for one Conor McGregor. Big fight coming up for them. Of course, the biggest fight in MMA history. Everyone is so excited to have these cast of characters back in our lives. So let's talk to Owen right now, who's joining us on the phone. Owen, how are you?
I'm good, Ariel. Pleasure to be back on talking to you. Are you good?
Owen, can I just say I have missed you, and I have missed John, and I have missed Artem, and I have missed I've just missed you guys around the fights. It's been too long. Thank you for coming back.
It has been too long, yeah. A long time out, but we're all back. We're back in force and back to have some fun, yeah. Should be good.
You guys bring a certain level of excitement that is unmatched, so it's great to have you back. Do you feel the same way? Like you miss the big fight?
Jake Leibowitz, Ariel Helwani, so I'm like, it's Jake Leibowitz.
Sorry, what was that, Ariel?
Sorry, I'm hearing Jake in the back there, so let me just tell them to quiet it down. But I was asking, do you miss that, the feeling, the big fight feeling, being on the stage, the spotlight on you guys? Do you miss that as well?
Yeah, well, no, you know what? I've missed Conor being in the cage. You know, it's been a long time. And you know, I know it was only last year when we were out doing the boxing match, and it was amazing and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's exciting to be back in the octagon and preparing for a very good fight, a very exciting fight for the fans. So yeah, I'm buzzing for it. Yeah, can't wait.
In your opinion, was this the only fight to make? Was this because there were a lot of options out there? The Nate Diaz fight was thrown out. All kinds of fights were thrown out, going up, GSP, all that stuff. Was this the fight that had to be made for his return?
You know what? I say that it all depends on what the fans wanted, and you know, it seems like the fans have really pushed for this one. So this is the one that again, it's an exciting fight. Yeah, it's I'm buzzing for it, and yeah, most definitely, I think the fans are going to love it.
Obviously, Conor hasn't fought in almost 2 years. It will be 2 years in November, so 23 months by the time this fight happens. He had the fight against Mayweather, but how would you rate his sort of, you know, his shape right now? Has he been training for a while for this? Do you guys need to ramp things up? Where would you gauge where he's at right now?
Yeah, no, he's in good shape. He's always training and always improving. Like he never stops training. So, look, I always say that the Conor McGregor you're going to see on October 6th is definitely going to be, you know, twice the fighter he was in previous fights. Most definitely, he's in good nick. We're just now at the moment now we're starting to tailor a game plan and put a game plan specific to Khabib together. But everything in the lead up and everything over the past year, you know, he's been doing very well. So yeah, now it's time to really fine tune the game plan and fine tune what we expect from Khabib and come up with some solutions. Yeah, so it's great fun.
What's the game plan against Khabib? What's the key to beating this man?
You know, I can't be giving away anything now, Ariel, but you know what, he can be hit. So I mean, that's not a mystery. Like, I mean, you see, he's been hitting every one of his fights. That's not a good thing when you're going in to fight Conor McGregor. You know. Sure. Conor lands once and you're going to fall asleep. But he poses some threats as well. His grappling is phenomenal. So, but you know, everybody has holes in their games. Everybody can be beaten, and we definitely think that we have the tools to pull Khabib away.
Did you watch Khabib's fight against Ally Quinta?
Yeah, I've watched all his fights, yeah.
It seemed in that fight, and he admitted afterwards that he kind of fell in love with his boxing. He was watching clips of Muhammad Ali, and he stood on his feet maybe a little too long. And afterwards, I think going into that fight, people said, oh, you know, Khabib is going to maul him. But after that fight, I noticed a lot of people starting to say, like, wait a second, if he strikes like that, Conor's going to catch him with a left, and it's going to be good night very early on. Did you see many holes in his striking, or is it even possible that he was playing possum, that he wanted you guys to think that he was a bad striker and striking like that, but in reality, he's actually better?
No. Yeah, it's not only that fight. You know, I've watched all his fights, and he's definitely never fought a striker like Conor McGregor. And if all those other guys can land shots on him, most definitely Conor can land on him. And Conor 99% of the time, Conor sleeps people when he lands on them. So no, he definitely in the Alex Quenta fight. He kept it standing, obviously because he just felt like there was no threat coming from Alex Quenta, and he wanted to play around a little bit, but he looked kind of amateurish when it comes to striking, But then again, that's not what we're expecting from Khabib this time around. We're expecting the aggressive wrestler.
Okay,
So that's what we're preparing for.
Every fight starts standing, right? And if you think his striking is amateurish, would you say your confidence is very high going into this?
Yeah, well, I definitely think Conor's going to land on it, most definitely. Yeah, and it's just whether he's going to be standing after those shots. And I always say, I said in every single fight, when Conor lands, either you're asleep or it's only a matter of time before he lands again, and then you're asleep. So it's not a good night for most people. You know what I
mean? Considering how you feel about his striking and what other people have said about his striking, do you feel like this is perhaps an easier challenge than Nate or Eddie Alvarez? Guys who have been sort of celebrated for being strikers and a little more dangerous on their feet than they are on the ground. Like, is it possible that this is actually an easier task in your mind?
No, definitely. You have to say Khabib, he is where he is because of. It's not just that he's a wrestler. That's his forte, and that's where he's the best. But he's good everywhere. But I just believe that. It doesn't matter who I see Conor going in against. I always back Conor. I still think he's just ahead of the game when it comes to his ability in there. It's not an easier match than any of them. He poses, very serious threats. But with the right game plan, we can go in there and get the job done. Definitely.
Wanted to ask you a similar question that I asked Javier Mendez, who was just on right before you, who of course is Khabib's coach. This is a deeply personal fight. There's no doubt about that, right? I mean, what happened in Brooklyn, the build-up, there's a personal grudge there, and I don't begrudge anyone for having that grudge. Things have happened. Do you guys as a team ever sit down and talk about that, about not letting emotions get the best of us, sticking to the game plan, not getting too fired up? Or at this point, is Conor who he is, and you just have to accept it, and he's going to react the way he wants to react?
No, we don't really talk about stuff like that. But I always say that no matter what happens, prior to fights or after fights, once Conor gets in the cage, he's all business. No emotions, no matter what, whether they're good or bad emotions, they never come into play once the door closes. Do you know what I mean? He's shown that time and time again. Like he said he is build-ups in previous fights and still went in and being that tactical assassin that he always is, and he'll be the same person when he goes in October. He'll go in no matter what happens in the build-up or what happens at the weigh-ins or whatever. He'll go in. He'll be cold. He'll be calculated and he'll be accurate and he'll land those shots like he always does.
Are you happy to hear that there isn't going to be a world tour for this one?
Yeah, well, I mean, we wouldn't have much time realistically, So yeah, it's good to just be able to get into camp, hopefully get over to Vegas soon enough, and just focus on the task at hand. The world tour, it's great fun, but it takes a lot out of everybody. So now we know that we're just going to get down and focus on what we have to do and get the job done.
So how will you be? Because sometimes I know you guys have spent the majority of the camp in Las Vegas. Sometimes it's all in Dublin. How will you be dividing it this time?
Well, it's still up in the air, but we'll probably do a certain amount of cycles. We'll probably do 1 or 2 cycles in a cycle in Dublin, and then maybe the rest in Vegas. But it's still up in the air at the moment. But whatever it is, like we'll get it done and get it sorted. We've just started, really focusing on the game plan for Khabib. So whether we do a bit of it here and a bit of it over there, we'll figure it out. But everybody's ready to do whatever it takes.
Do you mind the fact that it's just a 9-week build, or would you have preferred a little more time?
No, it's good. No, it's good. Straight in, focus on. Like, I mean, it's it'd have been different if Conor was out or anything like that. Yeah, you would like more time, but he's been training for a long time now. He's in good nick. He's ready to go. So now it's just 9 weeks is more than enough to fine tune a good game plan against any opponent. So we're good to go.
Any concerns about ring rust? Everything that's gone on over the past year, not fight. No concerns about that.
No. As I said, like it's other people are affected by that. Even as I said, it was myself. I would have been very nervous if I hadn't fought for a while. But Conor's different. It's when he goes in there, it doesn't matter if he fought last week or fought 2 years ago or whatever. He gets in there and he's just always on point, always focused, always. It's just the person that he always is in there, and nothing changes that. The war could be ending outside the octagon, and Conor will still be just focused on what he's doing in the cage. He's just got an unbelievable ability to just overperform in the octagon.
Have you sensed any difference in his mentality and his approach to this fight because this one does feel a little more personal?
No, not at all.
Nothing.
He's the same man as always.
Wow, that is amazing. Can I ask you, Owen, why did you go to why did you go to Brooklyn and attack that bus? Why did you do that, Owen?
Wasn't that crazy, man? Jesus, yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, no, I was on there. I started playing. You stood up for me and all that.
Who had your back, Owen? Who had your back? Ali Abdelaziz adamant that you were there.
I know, it was so funny. But look, as I said, these things happen. Like, it was obviously, I don't know where his words got crossed or what happened there, but it was funny to listen to. But he went at me. He was giving me all sorts of stick, and he was calling me all sorts of names. But he put out on Twitter that it wasn't me, so I'm happy with that. But it was funny. My phone was blowing up. Everyone was like, "You're getting off with stick. What were you doing?" I was like, "I wasn't even there. I was on a plane on the way." But yeah, funny story, huh?
So you were actually on a plane to go to Brooklyn because Artem was fighting, right?
That's right, yeah. So I only touched down. When I touched down, then I heard what had happened, and all hell had broke loose and stuff. So we're like, okay, look, Artem, let's stay focused. We don't know what the crack is. We don't know whether you're still on or off. So Artem was still cutting weight right up until that evening, and then we got the call that it was off. And yeah, that was it then. And we were like, okay, it is what it is. Unfortunately, the fight is off. And I went on the next flight home the next morning.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was it. So, crazy 24 hours, but that was a fun story to have when I'm older. When I'm in the pub at 60, I can always tell that story,
What would have happened if you were there? Do you think you would have gone as well?
I don't know. I'd have probably been there. Who knows what would have happened? I would have been with Artem and the boys, so I don't know what would have happened, but who knows?
What do you guys think of Ali? He takes a lot of shots at John, at the team, at Conor, obviously. Do you guys speak about him? Are you bothered by him at all?
No, not really. Like I just think he's up for his. Like, I mean, we fought some of his fighters. You know what I mean? He manages some of the fighters that we fought, so he's emotional. He gets behind his guys, and he speaks out wherever he feels. So, that's fine with me. I don't care. Like, once, as I said, the only problem I had with what he said was that I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I haven't spoken out about him or anyone else, so he can speak out about me. But I've nothing against him. You know what I mean? He's just backing his guys, and that's it. Whatever way people want to do that, it's up to them.
Is there a lot of compared? I mean, the Mayweather fight was obviously gigantic. It almost feels like Conor is bigger now than he was back then after everything that happened this year. Is it hard to even have privacy? Are people coming to the gym all the time? Like, how do you guys actually focus on training?
Yeah, we've been trying to train out of hours, secret training hours. Yeah, because it does get a bit crazy. Like, you do get some randomers showing up at the gym, and you get some crazy people showing up at the gym, I must say. But it's, and then you get some just genuine fans that want just are trying their very best to meet him and stuff. But we're in camp now, and we can all only be focused on the job at hand, and we can have no distractions and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're ninja training when nobody knows.
Wow. So you're like going there at 1 a.m. or something like that? Not exactly.
No. It all depends. It all depends. But we're always getting in and out when nobody's there, you know. But it wouldn't be too late. Or it wouldn't be too early. We get there when we can. When the club is not so busy.
I know for the second Nate Diaz fight, you guys brought in Dylan Dennis to focus a little more on jiu-jitsu, to have another live body there. Will you be bringing in any wrestlers to try to emulate the style of Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Yeah, well, we've got a very, very good wrestling team. It's wrestling coach Sergei Vakulski. He's a Moldovan wrestler, and he's very high level. And we brought him in for Alvarez, Mendez and stuff like that, and kind of works with him, all the time. He does a lot of Sergei's classes, and they meet up an awful lot. And a lot of the other Moldovan wrestling guys that we have there are very, very high level. So we have a serious pedigree of wrestlers in camp, and we've always had them in SBG. So yeah, we're okay.
And how about for you, Owen? Business is good. You just opened up a new gym, right?
That's right, yeah. So I finally moved down my small little 1,000 square foot gym, and I'm into like 7,000 square foot. So it's a big gym, 2 floors, and we finally have changing rooms and showers and stuff. So we're moving up in the world.
Wow.
But, I'm just happy. New gym, lots of new members, bringing up new and up and coming fighters and stuff like that. So I'm excited,
Tell us where the gym is.
I'm just rolling with it. Sorry?
Where's the gym? Tell us where it is. Maybe some people want to go visit.
It's in SBG Charlestown, so it's on the north side of Dublin. The main gym is on the south side of Dublin, so my room's on the north side, just for it's close enough to the airport. So, people can find us on Facebook, can find us wherever. We're easy enough to find, and we have a great facility. I was always giving out about the facility we had, never matched the talent we had in the gym, but now it does. So I'm excited about the future for my young and up-and-coming fighters as well. So it's all go,
Does that mean that the world-famous SBG Charlestown video blogs are coming back for this fight?
Yes, most definitely, yeah, most definitely. So that's going to be always a fun one. Like people always get on that now. So they'll start. They probably won't start till we hit the States, you know what I mean? But once they start, people will catch it on YouTube, and they'll get behind that as always. It's always a bit of fun. It gives people a quick insight to how we're getting on and how the camp is going. So yeah, I love it, and people love it. So
I've missed those as well. That's part of the hoopla. That's part of, like, you guys have just you came in like a tornado, and then you kind of went away from us, and this is a big deal to have you back.
And no, we got to keep us hungry for it. You know what I mean? So give us a little bit of, but at the end of the day, all of that, that's great fun and stuff like that, and the vlogs and all are great and stuff like that. But we have a task at hand, and the main focus for everybody is to go in and execute the game plan that we think will obviously be Khabib, and that's what's more important than anything else, and that's overall my focus 100% on. So I'm excited about it.
Okay, last thing for you, Owen, and again, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. Your team has a great reputation of nailing your predictions. Could we get an Owen Roddy prediction for this fight?
I suppose. Yeah, I always say the same thing. I think kind of lands on the chin and puts him to sleep. I'll always give his opponent the benefit of the doubt, because some people are tough and some people can take more shots than others, but it's only a matter of time. So I think if Conor lands in the first, early, it could be done in the first. But if he doesn't, once he lands on the chin, you'll all see it in Khabib's face. Once he lands, it'll be lights out either immediately or shortly after it.
So you're expecting a first round finish?
I'm expecting a KO. Yeah, most definitely. Whether it's the first or the second, I don't know, but I would predict that he's gonna flatten.
Wow, before the third.
Yeah, I would think so. I definitely think Conor's gonna land, quick enough. It's just, how it deals with being here and how he copes, and I just don't see. I've seen it many times before. Not many people can take the shots. Very, very few. I don't think Khabib can take them either.
I don't know how you hold up the mitts and not have them fly off your hand.
But they do sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
they do sometimes, yeah. But no, it's not only the power; it's the accuracy, it's the time, and it's everything. People have powerful strikers, and Khabib has been hit by some powerful people and stuff like that, and been rocked and stuff. But yeah, they're powerful strikers, but they're not as accurate as Conor. They don't have the timing. They don't have the speed. Like Conor has it all. So it's just, it's a very, very tough task for anybody to get in there against Conor. I don't see him lasting.
Dare I say it's the perfect combination of precision meeting power and power meeting speed.
Most definitely, yeah. That's it, yeah.
Okay, I lied. Sorry, Owen. Can I just leave you on this? You're a hard guy to reach.
Yeah,
so I just want.
Your thing, man.
Okay, last thing. Was there any part of you over the past year, Owen, that was thinking to yourself, here I have this amazing fighter, this guy who is a legend in the making, who made history, double champion, and I'm worried that it is slipping away. The thing at Bellator, the thing in Brooklyn. I'm worried that distractions are getting the best of us and that we're not going to be able to fulfill our greatness. Was there any part of you that was worried at any point over the past year?
I don't know. No, you know what? I think you have to realize, like, Conor is that person. He's extreme in the cage. We talk to extreme outside the cage as well. He acts. He does what he says he's going to do, and whether he feels, he'll always back himself, and he'll do things straight off the bat and then think later. But like, that's what people love about him. That's why he goes in and does these amazing things in the octagon, because he is that type of person. And yeah, some things happened outside the cage, and but like it's all sorted. It's all in the past now, and we're moving forward again. I don't worry too much. I know Conor's well capable of doing what he does, and I think that when we get back into the cage, it's going to be just back to normal, back to home, I suppose. You know what I mean? And he'll go in, he'll do his thing, and then we're on to the next chapter, which is who knows what's next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, already George St. Pierre is talking about Conor. He did so earlier today. But next up, of course, is October 6th, Las Vegas, the return of Conor McGregor against Khabib Nurmagomedov, the biggest fight in MMA history, in my opinion. So great to have you guys back, Owen. Good luck in training. Good luck on the road to October 6th, on the road to Las Vegas. And again, thank you as always for coming on the show and giving us some time. We sincerely appreciate it.
Nah, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Ariel. All the best, man. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.